Most people believe their future will be shaped by the big decisions they make, the career they choose, the place they live, the people they surround themselves with. But the truth is much quieter than that. Your future is rarely destroyed by one big mistake. It's usually shaped by small habits you repeat every single day without thinking. Habits that seem harmless in the moment, but slowly compound over time. The tricky part is that many of these habits don't feel dangerous. In fact, some of them even feel comfortable, safe, familiar. Psychology shows that our brains are wired to protect comfort and avoid discomfort. So we naturally drift toward behaviors that feel good now, even if they quietly damage our future. Today, we're going to talk about 10 habits that often destroy people's potential without them even realizing it. Not to judge you, but to help you notice them, understand them, and slowly replace them with better patterns. Because awareness is where real change begins. The first habit is constantly delaying things that matter. Everyone procrastinates sometimes, but when delaying important tasks becomes your default response, it slowly reshapes your life. Research indicates that procrastination isn't actually about laziness, it's about emotional regulation. When a task feels stressful or overwhelming, the brain chooses short-term relief instead of long-term benefit. You might tell yourself, "I'll start tomorrow," or "I just need the right moment." But days turn into weeks, weeks turn into months, and suddenly opportunities pass by. Think about the person who always plans to start learning a skill but never begins, or the student who waits until the last moment every time. The future doesn't disappear overnight, it fades through tiny delays repeated again and again. The good news is that once you recognize this pattern, you can interrupt it. Even starting with 5 minutes of focused effort can retrain your brain to move forward instead of avoiding. The second habit is spending too much time consuming instead of creating. Modern life makes this incredibly easy. Endless scrolling, endless videos, endless information. And while learning and relaxing are important, psychology shows that passive consumption activates the brain very differently than creation does. Research suggests that when people only consume content, their motivation and sense of control slowly decrease. But when they create, whether it's writing, building, studying, or practicing, they strengthen confidence and purpose. Think about someone who spends 3 hours watching productivity videos but never actually applies the ideas. The knowledge feels productive, but the behavior stays the same. Your future is built through action, not just inspiration. So instead of asking, "What should I watch next?" try asking, "What small thing can I create today?" Even small acts of creation can shift your identity over time. The third habit is constantly comparing your life to others. Social media has made comparison almost automatic. Every day you see people sharing their achievements, their highlights, their best moments. And without realizing it, your brain begins measuring your life against theirs. Psychology shows that frequent social comparison is strongly linked to lower happiness and increased self-doubt. Because when you only see the best moments of others, it creates the illusion that everyone else is ahead of you. You might start thinking, "I'm behind. I should be further in life. Maybe I'm not capable." But the truth is, comparison steals focus from the only life you can actually build, your own. The people who grow the most aren't the ones who compare the most. They're the ones who stay focused on improving their own path. Progress becomes powerful when it's personal. The fourth habit is avoiding discomfort. This one is subtle because our brains are designed to avoid pain. If something feels difficult or uncomfortable, the brain naturally pushes you away from it. But psychology shows that growth almost always lives on the other side of discomfort. Learning a new skill feels awkward at first. Speaking up feels uncomfortable. Starting something new often feels uncertain. So many people choose comfort instead. They stay in the same routines, the same habits, the same environments, and over time their life becomes smaller than it could have been. But discomfort isn't a sign that something is wrong. Often it's a sign that something meaningful is happening. The people who build strong futures aren't fearless. They simply become more comfortable with temporary discomfort. The fifth habit is ignoring your mental and physical energy. Many people believe success comes from constant hustle and pushing themselves endlessly. But research in psychology and neuroscience suggests the opposite. When people ignore sleep, rest, and mental recovery, their focus, creativity, and decision-making slowly decline. Think about how difficult it is to make good decisions when you're exhausted. When your energy is constantly drained, even simple goals start to feel impossible. Your future isn't built by working endlessly. It's built by working consistently with enough energy to do your best. Protecting your energy isn't laziness, it's strategy. And the sixth habit is believing that small actions don't matter. This might be the most dangerous habit of all, because the brain tends to underestimate slow progress. Skipping one workout feels harmless. Wasting one evening feels harmless. Ignoring one opportunity feels harmless. But psychology shows that habits compound over time in powerful ways. Small actions repeated daily shape your identity. The person who reads 10 pages a day eventually reads dozens of books. The person who practices a skill for 20 minutes daily becomes highly skilled over time. And the person who repeatedly avoids effort slowly drifts away from their potential. Your future is not built in dramatic moments. It's built in quiet, daily decisions. And here's the most important thing to remember. If you noticed yourself in some of these habits, that doesn't mean your future is damaged. It means you're human. Every person struggles with procrastination, comparison, distraction, and comfort at times. These habits exist because our brains are designed to protect us in the short term. But the moment you become aware of them, you gain the power to change them. You don't need to transform everything overnight. Sometimes all it takes is one small shift, one small decision repeated consistently. Because just like negative habits quietly destroy a future, positive habits quietly build one. And if you enjoy exploring the psychology behind human behavior and personal growth, make sure you subscribe to the channel. We share insights like this to help you understand your mind, your habits, and the small changes that can shape a stronger future. Your potential is still there. It sometimes just needs awareness and a few better habits to unlock it.